For this week's lesson, we're going to be creating a project that's all about you. I want to get to know who you are and what makes you the most amazing person that you are. I want you to think about 4 to 5 things that describe yourself as a person. And then you have to think, okay, well, this describes me, but how am I going to show that? So you can either draw a picture that depicts that description, or you can find a picture in a magazine or on the computer and print it out for this week. Let me show you some of my examples. I'm going to do a combination of all of them. So on your paper, I want you to break it up into sections. It just makes it easier for me. Here I already started drawing. I drew a cat because I love animals, and my cat recently passed, and she was 17 years old, and I loved her so much, and she was such a huge part of my life. So I wanted to include her in there. I went through some magazines. I found a bluebonnet and an Indian blanket, Texas wildflower. And I have loved Texas wildflowers ever since elementary school, and every time I see them, it always makes me feel nostalgic. And I even got them tattooed on my arm, so they're really important to me, and I feel that they make up a part of my life. So nature and Texas are a big part of me, so they're going to be included. I went to the computer and I printed out a French horn. I played the French horn for 7 years, and music is a huge part of my life, so I wanted to include that. I don't have a color printer, and so I found one that was black and white, so I can color it myself. And then I also found this trumpet. Even though I didn't play the trumpet, I love this image. The colors are super fun. And then also coming out of the trumpet's bell, you see paintbrushes and flowers and some paint dripping down. So I love that. So I have music, my cat, and animals, and nature over here. And I am going to do art for the last one. Obviously, I love art, and I'm an art teacher, and it makes up a huge part of my life. So to represent that, I feel like I would like to draw a paintbrush. And when you're drawing your items and even searching for them in the computer or in magazines, try to find ones that are all around the same size, or just that aren't too huge, because we're going to be using a regular size paper to collage them onto, so you don't want to have too many items because then you won't be able to fit them all. I love painting, especially watercolors. It's my favorite. So I'm going to include my little paintbrush here. And I could either do the classic paint palette, or I think I want to maybe do a watercolor paint palette. My shape's not perfect. I can go over it later. But I want you guys to really think about what makes you the amazing person you are. Draw some images out, find some, go search around. Your assignment today is just to collect those images or draw them out. And then I want you to snap a picture of them and turn it in. We will be using all of these items next week, so it's really important that you hold on to them, you have a safe place for them. If you've cut some things out, like here, you might want to glue them down and then you can cut them out again later, or put them in a Ziploc baggie so you have a little safe place. If you have a Sharpie or a pen handy, it would be great if you can trace your images. If you can't, if you don't have one, that's okay. The black outline really just helps things pop, and so you can see them much better. If you don't have it though, don't worry about it. And also, don't worry about coloring this week. Today, I just want you to draw and collect your images. We'll have some time next week to color them. I'm really excited to learn about y'all, and I hope that you were interested in learning a little bit more about me. Can't wait to see it. Happy creating.